I had one more question for you. Is it alright if I came by before and picked up the keys real quick to...
Hey guys, it's Josh. In this week's episode of Crush City, we're going to have Brandon here in my office to walk you through a duplex deal that we just did last month. Now make sure to stick around till the very end because you're going to see how we were able to assign this property sight unseen to a cash buyer. And that was important because this is a duplex and one of the sides was occupied. So we didn't exactly have the best access. And sometimes I know that happens in other wholesale deals. So I think you're going to get some really good nuggets. Also, while you're here, guys, make sure to smash that like button. We put a bunch of time into making sure that we capture while we're doing these deals for you guys so we can share these wholesale experiences with more people and help more people out.
Awesome, June. Thank you. Bye. We just got this duplex. Just scheduling the walkthrough with the owner to grab the keys to get back in for pictures for both sides. Don't really do pictures before we get the contract. We usually like kind of like a bad omen for us or something, you know, superstition thing. So we tried to get pictures after we get contracts. The lady's pretty easy to work with. What's been hard is getting a tenant on board for a scheduled showing. Once we get these pictures, we'll be able to blast tomorrow, and then hopefully we sell it tomorrow.
Oh, that quick?
Yeah, that quick. Quick turnaround on these.
Nice.
So this was a cold calling on steroids lead. This lady, she called in. This lead literally cost us penny on the dollars. And if you're not sure what cold calling on steroids is, make sure to grab that link down in the description and check it out because it is a game changer in wholesale real estate. It's how we do a lot, if not most, of the deals in my wholesale business. So this lady called us back. She said she did want to sell the house.
Hi, I received a message from this number about a property for sale. I do have one that I will be putting on up for sale shortly.
So Brandon got her on the phone. We qualified this lead. She told him one side was recently vacated because it's a duplex. The other side had a tenant in there. He collected the information, found out the one tenant is a month-to-month lease. The other side, of course, is vacant, so the buyer will be able to do whatever they want with that. She said that the property, there's another duplex, 3 or 4 houses down. That is the exact same floor plan. And she said, you know, it sold for 304. She wouldn't give him any type of an asking price, but she said this one just sold for 304. Ours was totally redone, you know, 10 years ago. So it wasn't totally like remodeled and fancy, but it was really clean, as you guys will see here when we go to the property. Brandon tried to get it feeler out for low 2. She wasn't having it at all. She said make an offer. We ended up going in at 240. She came back with what we call the third asking price. Now this is the price that the seller is committed to selling the house at after we've actually made them an offer. Asking price number 3 is key. This is where we call them back, we make an offer that's lower, and then find out how low they'll go that they're actually committed to selling it, what number that is. Now you can anchor that, begin to negotiate if you need to, or you know where you're at, and if it's a deal, you can tie it up. So that's what happened. We found out 265 was her magic number. We got the contract signed. At that point, it's time to go get the pictures, check out what we've bought, and I'll wait for Brandon.
Wide angle camera. It's going to be the best tool. So the way we take pictures is a tour. So the first pic's always going to be through the front door. Just work your way back. It's a janky house. There's really nothing you can do, but try your best. Just a tour. Being a tour guide through photos, you know. So about the master, you would want to show these kind of pictures of, there's a walk-in closet, bathroom, master bathroom, and this is the only way out to the backyard patio area in this duplex, so you want to show that too. This is the master closet. There's no tile or any floor or anything. I'll try to show that. Well guys, just wrapping up here with the photo shoot here. This was another cold call on steroids lead, and going to be another sell. It's probably fly off the shelf tomorrow, actually. Hey, good morning. So me and Josh are gonna talk about it, dispo it. I think this one will probably fly. Almost perfect condition inside on both sides.
How was it?
Turnkey.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
It's clean, both units?
Both units.
You got inside the one with the tenant?
Yeah, 10-inch ones. It's dirty, they're messy, but it's pretty much like perfect. It looks like the
Good bones.
I mean, if you took all their stuff out, it would probably look like the other side.
Oh nice, I see them right here. Here's the pictures. Very cool, yeah, we'll get this one blasted out. Should go out tomorrow morning.
Perfect.
Yeah, if it's clean then. I'm excited to look at these. Should sell fast.
Yeah.
Crush City. All right, so I'm excited about this property, guys. I just reviewed the pictures that Brandon got yesterday. This thing is super clean. I'm excited about this deal. I would like to be in it probably 20 grand less, but isn't that always the case? The thing is, this is a super, super, super hot property for Phoenix right now. To be able to get a duplex in this area, this is a great area of North Phoenix, should be really powerful. So I'm gonna put together the blast right now. I'm gonna make this look as appealing as I possibly can for our buyers. I'll walk you through that here in just a minute. We will have this thing going out tomorrow morning. I like to send them out in the morning when we get everybody's attention. Not too early where it gets lost with the junk mail that comes in over the night. Not too late in their day where they already checked their email and they started their task list. But kind of that, you know, mid to late morning, around 9:30 in the morning is I find to be a good time. Monday through Thursday, which we'll work with our calendar tomorrow. Now we're closing on this deal in 11 days. So it's important that we get this thing sold quick. The other thing we got to work with is that, again, we have one of the sides is tenant occupied. And so we really want to sell this one sight unseen. That's always our goal, even more so when you have a tenant situation and you know that access could be a little trickier. Here we go. Let's put it together and get into it. All right, guys, so I just spent about 45 minutes putting this together, but it looks good. It's ready to roll. So we're going to get this out to the cash buyers list. This thing tomorrow morning, it's all set up to go. So we've got our cover picture. Again, I edit this, guys, to be a little bit colorful. It's the only photo that we actually do edit. Then we've got the address, we've got the location. We're kind of, in this case, we're giving it the cross streets. If you're sending it to an area that's a famous area, like it was Old Town Scottsdale or downtown or whatever, you would put that. In this case, the cross streets kind of describes what this area of North Phoenix is. I've got the wholesale price and I put the as-is retail value on this one. Reason being, I don't think ARV is that much higher. So this one actually doesn't really look that good to pencil out as a flip. That being said, it's a multifamily property that's got good cash flow, and this is a type of unit that there's not a lot of in Phoenix. So it's really good inventory. So even though we're closer to retail than I would normally like to be, and I kind of pushed this one up a little bit, being that really the same floor plan just sold in the same condition for 304. But again, I'm going to try to take advantage of the momentum we have in the local Phoenix market and hope that this one goes. So I've got sales copy right here. You'll see lots of pictures to links, guys. I've got the bullet points here. So I talk about the bedrooms, the bathrooms. One of the ACs is newer, so of course I've got that. You guys can pause this and check out, how I use copy, guys, to sell the properties and how I use bullet points. But you'll notice a lot of picture links. In fact, if you click on any of the pictures here, or like down here, the comps, that will also take you to the pictures, which I'll show you in a minute. I will show you in a minute. Then we've got contact Josh to purchase, guys, not to ask questions, not to look, nothing like that, but to purchase. We've got our comps. Again, you can freeze, guys, and see how I always list my comps kind of in the same mannerism, and I compare them to the subject. Give a visual of the comps. So right here, I actually put them in descending order, so descending, so highest to lowest comps, but give them that visual snippet right out of the MLS. And then I like to do this too, show them a map. And you can see right here, this is way bigger than I normally do when we're selling property. Normally it's a itty bitty small. I would zoom way in on this map, in other words. But in this case, you see the star, that's the subject property. There's really no comps around it. And that's kind of the point. Like, to get a duplex in this area, there's not very many. Nothing's even, been on the market. And I think I was going back at least 1 year here. So again, guys, picture link, contact Josh to buy, and then we've got all the subtext down here. And again, guys, if you click on any of these, anything in here, that is like the comps, the map there, up here, the main thing, obviously any of these links, all those guys are gonna bring up, they're gonna go right to the pictures of the property. Now, normally it'll go to a Dropbox and it'll just be all the pictures. In this case, we kind of subfoldered it, only because this is a multifamily. So we wanted to show, breakout so they knew exactly what they're looking at. We've got the vacant side. We've got all the pictures there. Just kind of scroll through those in a minute. Edit this down to have it go a little smoother and quicker. Boom. Then we've got the other side that is currently rented out. Let me get over to that one. Tenant side. So here's what Brandon was showing us. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. All things considered. Kind of a C-class type rental property. We've got some photos. Looks like this was one of the units that the sellers took before the current tenants moved in. And we've got a couple, here's the exterior pictures that show both units from the curb. So this one's set to go out tomorrow morning, and I will catch up with you guys then and let you know how it goes, but hopefully it'll sell in minutes. All right, so we got this one sold, guys. Dustin bought this one. This is a repeat buyer of ours. He's bought, gosh, at least half a dozen properties from us this year, maybe more. He runs a small fund here in the Phoenix area, so pretty much, you know, a lot of deals will make sense for him that we can send out and make a couple bucks on without having to do too much. He stays away from huge remodels, but anything they can basically fund, you know, wholesale, so to speak, whatever. He likes to jump on those ones. So I'm excited about that. He knows our deal. I'm sure we'll have 10,000 earnest money on this one within the next couple hours. You know, he knows that we'll get him access if we can. We'll probably get him into the one side that is empty, but we'll have earnest money in the contract. There's no contingency, so it'll just really be a formality at this point. So I'm excited that we sold this one. Quick 10,000. Happy with that, especially given that, you know, we're not too far from retail value. So I'm happy with that. We got a few calls. Been about a half hour since it went out this morning. We got a few calls on it in text, but it wasn't like blowing up crazy, anything like that. Some people just kind of calling, you know, hey, can I see it? Asking some questions like that. So I feel we did good on this one. We sold it quick and we got the price we wanted, which is always nice, but I don't feel like we left money on the table either. So I'm excited. We'll keep our eyes peeled here in the next couple hours for that earnest money deposit to come in, $10,000. Usually he wires it, so it's pretty quick. And then we're on to closing next week. So I love that. We just inked this deal, you know, a couple days ago, and we'll literally close next Friday. It's going to be awesome. We wrote this deal at $265,000. We quickly assigned it to a cash buyer for $275,000, which is a $10,000 assignment fee. Let's go flip another house.